since J&K is an integral part of India, inclusive of those which are occupied by Pakistan illegally, we will ensure that the people of J&K are supported and taken care of, because we are all part of one country. And therefore, what we took at that time, I just wish to highlight, Honorable Member is not here, but I would have liked him to hear it. J&K police, entire J&K's police, their salary and their pension is now being met by Government of India on an annual basis. That means approximately 13,000 crores per annum is being spent on the police and their salaries and pension of J&K. Second, sir, during that time when the central administration was taking care, we have helped restructure the entire J&K debt. The Union Territory of J&K, we took care of restructuring it, and we had to, because the division happened of J&K and Ladakh, we repaid all the debt which Ladakh Union Territory had, because the resources reallocation took place, and they were left with quite a lot of money which had to be paid back. We have paid back that entire thing of Ladakh and taken care of readjusting, restructuring J&K's debt. Expenditure undertaken not just this year or the year before, in the year 2023. The excess expenditure had happened, and we have come for the appropriation before the House. We'll invoke so much of an interest in discussing, but it's very healthy that we have a discussion on such a finance-related subject. Normally, in fact, I was more telling the Parliamentary Affairs Minister and also the leader here, Shri Dr. L. Murugan, that this is about expenditure of 2023, but the interest that the members have shown makes me feel very encouraged. So I would take this opportunity to just explain a few things with your indulgence, sir. Please. So this is the demand for excess grant for expenditures undertaken in the year 2023 on just 2 counts. And these 2 counts were part of what the Public Accounts Committee in its 39th report presented to the Lok Sabha this year in April. So Public Accounts Committee, as you know and the honorable members know, is headed always by a leader from the opposition. So in his chairmanship, that entire committee looks into the accounts and identifies where any excess has happened. So this year in April 26, this particular or this pair of 2 excess expenditure which had happened in 2023 was highlighted. One such excess demand arises out of a particular court order which was on the Railway Ministry, and that was for 196.44 crore under the grant number 85, which is railways. That's a lesser amount. But the larger amount is for 53,871, which is on grant number 40, which is repayment of debt, mainly on account of, in the cash management, sir, when withdrawal of investments in the intermediary 14-day bills happen, as a result of which these withdrawals happen by the state governments, which put money into the T-bills. So government overestimated these amounts, exchange rate variations and changes in accounting classifications all resulted in this 53,871. What is very important to know about the second one, the 53,000, and not about the railway 196, is it is in the nature of debt receipts, which are all netted out, sir, against the issuance of securities. And therefore, it has no fiscal impact as it is. So they are netted out, and as a result, that netting out is being identified, and that netting out is done in a proper fashion in order that it doesn't stand out as not adjusted. So both are all on the capital charge sections of their respective demands. So this being so, the implication, fiscal implication is not severe of that year. However, sir, I want to say this is not the first time. I was replying to honorable member also. We have come, Government of India has a practice of coming to the House because it has to get the appropriation cleared by the House whenever these excess demands happen. We have come here in 2019-20 for a budget matter related to 2019-20 budget and sought an approval for an excess grant on an expenditure undertaken for 52,637 rupees, 37 crore rupees, 52,637.78 crore rupees, which I came here for approval in December 2022, one time at that time for excess expenditure. Another time related to the budget of 2020-21, for which we came in December 23 for appropriation on an excess expenditure, and that time the amount was for 1,18,651.04 crore, and that related to the 2021 budget. Appropriation we came here in December 2023. Again, related to 2021-22 budget for an amount of 1,291.31 crore, and for which I came here for appropriation in March 2025. So now on a budget related to 2023 excess demand, we have come here for seeking approval, sir. So it was interesting when I heard the member from J&K speaking about how we have to take care of J&K and support them on some of the expenditures that they are overburdened with. I would like to take this opportunity to inform the August House, sir, that J&K, when particularly it was under the central administration for a few years after 2019, only yesterday we celebrated 7 years of having removed Article 370. Having removed Article 370 in 2019, J&K was under the central administration till such a time the elected government came to power. But during that time, I would like to thank the Home Minister and the Prime Minister for having helped and guided me in clearing up very many overhangs which J&K suffered from. We took a very, very liberal view because I don't want to say this as if I'm patronizing, but we wanted genuinely to get the health of, the financial health of, the fiscal health of J&K properly before the elected government came to power. So literally so much time went in granular details being studied by both Home Ministry and the Finance Ministry. I would like to highlight just two things which are of very big significance that we have done for J&K, and we have done it because we strongly believe, and this House has also passed resolution, that Article 370 getting abrogated also proves the point. Since J&K is an integral part of India, inclusive of those which are occupied by Pakistan illegally, we will ensure that the people of J&K are supported and taken care of because we are all part of one country. And therefore, what we took at that time, I just wish to highlight, honorable member is not here, but I would have liked him to hear it. J&K police, entire J&K's police, their salary and their pension is now being met by Government of India on an annual basis. That means approximately 13,000 crores per annum is being spent on the police of and their salaries and pension of J&K. Second, sir, during that time when the central administration was taking care, we have helped restructure the entire J&K debt. The Union Territory of J&K, we took care of restructuring it, and we had to, because the division happened of J&K and Ladakh, we repaid all the debt which Ladakh Union Territory had because the resources reallocation took place, and they were left with quite a lot of money which had to be paid back. We have paid back that entire thing of Ladakh and taken care of readjusting, restructuring J&K's debt. Also, sir, for the year 24-25 and for the year 25-26, an additional amount of 5,000 crore each year has been given over and above the revised estimates of their budgets, just to make sure the urgent requirements of J&K administration is not left without anybody supporting them. So each year, over and above their RE, we have given 5,000 crores to J&K, and I wish to assure the people of J&K, every such attention will be given because we want J&K to prosper along with the rest of the other states. So we will be giving that attention. Even more, sir, just two more points on J&K. The power projects of J&K, around 1,350 crores has been given, and this was provided since 2021-22 to support Khiru, Ratle and Kwar projects, all three of them hydel power projects. We have given them the support. That's the total amount, 1,350 crores. And again, since 25-26, which is the last year, we are into 26-27, to support capital asset creation in J&K, a sum of 5,166.50 crores has been provided through the SASCI. Normally, SASCI is given to states with elected houses. So is J&K getting, because it's also a union territory with an elected house, they are getting under the 50-year interest-free, which we give in the name of special assistance to states for capital investment. 5,166.5 crores has been given to J&K. So we are actually addressing the issues of J&K. This year, sir, for 26-27, the same SASCI 50-year interest-free amount for J&K, 1,407 crores has been provided in the untied component, and 4,886 crore can be claimed if conditions under the reforms components are met by the Union Territory of J&K. So for every state we give tied component and untied component. Untied component goes anyway based on the proposals. Tied components go on the basis of reforms that they undertake. So J&K still has more than 4,886 crores if they can utilize through, am I right? Yes, sir, 4,886 crore that they can claim if they undertake reforms, in addition to the untied that they will get. So these were some of the specific points that I wanted to address to some of the members, sir. Honorable Member Sanjay Singh spoke about the need for such excesses in respect of education, health, human resource development, and so on. Debt contracted by Government of India, we will have to clear, sir. But all this is for all purpose. It's not as if we entertain excess demand only because it is for some court order or it's because it is going for some payment. If it is arising out of health and education, we will honor it. So it's not as if I've tailor-made it only to take care of others and not education. Let Honorable Member see the difference here that I'd like to request him to appreciate, that it is post a Public Accounts Committee looking at where it has happened and we come back. It's not a head of item under which I'm coming and saying give it only for this and not for education. If the excess demand arises out of education, I'll come before the House. So that I just want to give the clarification, sir. With all this said, I would humbly submit that if this can be passed in this House.